What's up, you guys? It's your boy K back with another video, and today a very special day for me. You see I got the gloves on. You see the title. We about to do a chain and sprocket replacement on a motorcycle, which is a big deal for me, man, because we getting that much closer to putting this thing on the road. If you haven't been tuning in to all the videos of me doing my project bike, go ahead, watch this video all the way through, and at the very end I will have all the links to all the previous work I did. So other than that, let's get into it. All right, first things first, let's go over the tools we're gonna need. So of course we're gonna need your new chain. Of course we're replacing the sprocket, so you're gonna need the new sprockets. The big one is for the rear, the small one is for the front. A chain breaker, 32mm socket, a 17mm socket, a 15 and a 12mm socket. Of course you're gonna need your ratchet, a breaker bar, Allen key set, and today we're actually going to be using a master link clip. So that's what we're going to use instead of doing a rivet on the chain. First things first, we're going to take our Allen key set and we're going to take apart this cover, and underneath is a sprocket. There's only 3 bolts, one at the top, one to the left, and one at the very bottom, right underneath, or right on top of your kickstand. Once you get those 3 unhooked, you can just pull it right on out, just like so. And there's your sprocket, and there's your nut. You see how rusty that thing is. Okay, so now you see your nut exposed, but you also see a little lock key right here, which is just the bent areas around the bolt. So what you do, take your flathead screwdriver and a hammer and just hammer them up. All right, you guys, so what I did to get this off, move my leg, what I did to get this off, because it was so hard, as you can see mine was rusted, so it was so stuck on there. What I did was I get my bike down to the ground, because originally I had it on the kickstand. Now I'm leaning on it like this. I have my breaker bar, and with my right foot, I'm putting all my weight on the brake, so the back brake can lock up, and you just gotta use all your force to lift up, and then eventually you will break the nut. So that's how I got that off. All right, so go ahead, just take the nut off. There you go. Watch out for the safety key from falling off. Okay, so next thing we do, let's work our way to the back here, and you want to spin your chain until you find the master link. But as you can see here, I found the master link right here, and it actually is a clip. That's the same type of tool same type of master that we're gonna put back on it. So only thing we have to do to take the clip off here is get your flathead screwdriver and pop it right off. All right, you guys, so you can just pull this off, the clamp, but mine's rusty and been on there for years, as you can see, so I had to beat mine off. But once you take it off, just go ahead and remove the actual lock, or the master key, and the chain comes right off, just like that. So what you wanna do when the chain comes off, you really can just pull it through. Just like so. See how old and crusty this thing is. Set that to the side. Okay, so with the chain loose, that allows you to remove your sprocket, and it just literally slides off. All right, next thing we want to do is take this bolt off the back. All right, you guys, so once you pull that out, you can simply just pull this on out. Prop up your brake pad, your caliper, just prop that up like that. Okay, so now what you wanna do, you wanna go ahead and grab your 17mm and your ratchet. Make sure you got it in a place where it's steady. So you get on it like this. Put some muscle into it. Make it come on off. Now I'm just loosening all of them. But they are tight, so you gotta brace yourself or brace the tire up against something. Really, I would recommend just go ahead and loosening these while you have the tire connected to the bike. It'll be way easier. Or it's super easy if you have a air gun or a drill. Make sure you keep all the washers and bolts together. All right, you guys, so here's the old sprocket. As you can see, it's a bolt here that the sprocket sticks on, so you just go ahead and take that off. Get your new sprocket, just like so, and there you go. Put it on just like that. Make sure you have the groove part out. See how it's like kind of rounded on the edge here? Make sure it's facing outward, so facing you. You don't want to have it this way. You don't want to have it that way, okay? Most definitely want to have it this way. There you go. Then just take your screws, take the washer and the bolt and the nut actually. Just throw that on there. Just take your screws, put them back in. Now when you tighten these up, you want to do it in a star pattern. So this is a star pattern. If you start here, you go here, and you go here, and you go here. So you just go across. You just hop to the next one. So if you start here, this is a star. Just go in a star pattern. Just like that. That's how you tighten them. And then once you get done tightening them, you torque it down to the recommended torque of your bike. Okay, so now we have to do the same thing to the front. With the front sprocket, you already took the old one off. This here is the new one. As you can see, it's flat on both sides, so it really doesn't matter which way you put it on. I'm just gonna put the letters facing in. So, just like so, and there you go. But just to show you, it's flat, so it does not matter which way you put it on. Take your key. I'm gonna put it like that, and just go ahead, take your bolt, put it on there, your nut, put it on there, so you can tighten it up. And that's that. Once you get that done, now you want to put your tire back on the bike. Now what you got to do is you have to line all the holes up together before you put your axle back in. You got to line up all three holes, the one on the tire, the one on the caliper, and the one on the swing arm, to line all those up to get your axle in. As you can see, it came out on this side. That's exactly where you wanted it. Hit it with the hammer until it goes through. All right, so what you want to do now, take your chain, go wrap it around the sprocket. Kind of feed it through. Go ahead, wrap it around your sprocket right here. Let it go around. And just bring it on out. Bring it on out to the other side. All right, you guys, so once you feed it through the back, go ahead, wrap your chain all the way around. It must look like this, super close like this. Now, if you can't reach like this, which I just had a problem, I was maybe like a tooth off, you go ahead, take your wheel, push it all the way towards the front of the bike as you can. Make sure everything is lined up. My problem was this wasn't all the way on, so I had to adjust it to make sure it was flat, and that gave me that extra room that I needed to get that tooth, to get these lined up perfectly. And then you take your master key, and it goes in like so. But before I do that, I gotta lube it up. Once you lube it up, it should look like this. Go ahead and roll them down on there. Lube it up real good. Then you take it, stick it in through the back. Just like so. All right, and then don't forget this one, this plate, and the other two washers. Just go ahead and lube those up too and place them on the front. Y'all got them nice and lubed up. Go ahead and take your cap, press it on there. See how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. I put all the grease on there. As you can see, kind of towards like the on the side, both of them sticking out. That's how it's supposed to be. If you can't do that, I just grab like some pliers or something. Just squeeze these two pieces tight. Squeeze them real tight. And then once you do that, then you can take your clip here and just press it, put it over it. So what you do is just line it up like so. Slide that bad baby down. All right, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. This little clip was a pain to get on. Now, it does take a little bit of finesse. You can use some needle nose pliers to pinch it on there, but just make sure you get it on there. The first one I actually broke, so this is my second one. I had to go out and get another one. But that's it. After you put that on, you tighten up your front sprocket right here. Just go ahead and tighten that up. Make sure you put the safety key back on, which is this back plate here. Make sure you bend it down over the nut, and that's all she wrote. Whoop, there you have it. It's the end of the video, you guys. If you made it all the way through, I greatly appreciate it, man. Appreciate you watching the video all the way through. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how the video went, what you think about the video. But I am a man of my word. Since you made it all the way through, at the very end, I'm leaving a card to where you can watch all the videos of the FZ6 project. So you can catch up on all the videos, all the things I did on the motorcycle so far. With that being said, make sure y'all go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you like the videos. Go help me out greatly. Go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Other than that, I'm gonna see you next video. Peace.